Sitting in my car, I just had an epiphany as to why every mid to large business needs to automate software asset management, using an analogy that we're all familiar with, namely driving an automobile. Much like a software license, which details your usage rights, driving an automobile on any public road requires a valid license. That license holder agrees to adhere to the universal rules of the road, such as driving within a speed limit, stopping at stop signs and red lights, not driving in an impaired state, and more. If you get caught violating any of the rules, you pay a fine and possibly incur other penalties as well. Software licenses are similar to driver's licenses, but with one enormous difference. There are no universal conditions. Every vendor has their own license conditions and usage rights that could vary from product to product and even purchase to purchase. Just imagine how difficult it would be to adhere to the rules of the road if software licensing rules were applied to driving. Better yet, imagine if the police were on constant lookout for any infraction to these rules, but unlike a ticket that could cost you hundreds, vendor exposure can easily stretch into the millions. How likely are you to avoid a ticket under the following conditions? We remove your car's speedometer and remove posted speed limits, and instead keep them on file at the county clerk's office. The speed limit for each road varies by what car you're driving and when you got your driver's license. You're allowed to drive a white or green car, but blue and red and yellow cars requires a different license, unless you were issued a license before 2015. You're entitled to drive your car on a rainy day, but no more than once a year, but at a total not to exceed more than 24 hours. Replacing your car with a newer car is allowed, provided your new car isn't faster, more fuel efficient, or offer more feature than your previous car. You can only drive your car in a parking lot. I think you get the picture. Knowing and adhering to every rule quickly becomes overwhelming. Just imagine that you had hundreds, if not thousands of people driving on the roads that you were responsible for. And you had to ensure that they adhered to the rules, and you start to get the picture of just how difficult this task truly is. To close this out, imagine that each driver was equipped with GPS, geospatial maps, and algorithmic ways of applying all the different rules of the road that took into account what car they were driving, its equipment, and the road they were driving on. And it makes the overwhelming and impossible task compliance not only possible, but manageable and predictable. That's precisely why I feel every business of size needs a comprehensive software asset management solution. Flexera dominates the market for software asset management for good reason, and I would invite you to find out why.